me a second. Just looking for this image. Let me see. Trying to search for this image that I need, but I don't know if I'll be able to find it on here. Alright, so I wanted to talk about why let me just take that off. Why I got a distinction that's made between certain groups of Latin people and then those of them which are our people. So I noticed there's this confusion based on the ignorance of the reality of the matter, right? So how I grew up, we grew up understanding that we weren't necessarily one people, but we had one struggle, right? That's how we were taught growing up, right? Until you realize, as I have, at least within the last 4 years of my life, that ain't true. Okay? So, yeah, you got different groups which go under oppression, under the caste system that the world is ruled under, and we're going to talk about that. But just because you get oppressed doesn't mean you get oppressed on the same level as Negroes, as my people. Asian people get oppressed as well. They're not oppressed on the same level as my people. East Indians get oppressed, not at the same level of Negroes. Latinos get oppressed, not at the same level as Negroes. Especially if they're not Afro-Latino. Because you got Latinos who will discriminate and oppress fellow Latinos who just happen to be Afro. So you have to explain to me how that works if we're all the same people. How does 78% of you check off that you're white? Yeah, I know we're only talking about Puerto Rico in 2010, but that's a mirror reflection of how the greater whole of Latin America feels about its relation to white people. They rather be closer to white people than further away from them. Or let me say this, they rather be closer in association to white people than they would with us. But we're supposed to let them say the word nigga, right? Yeah, I don't think so. It's not going to fly anymore. No, them days is done. Because this is what I noticed, especially when I was younger. When you get into an argument with them, it turns from my nigga to you nigga. And you need to realize that and smack the shit out of them. Because once I started doing it, then everybody had a fucking problem. So I stopped hanging out with people. You understand? Because if you call me my nigga when everything is cool, why you call me you nigga when you got a problem? But if I turn around and say, oh, all right, my spick, all of a sudden there's a problem. All of a sudden I'm a racist, but you get to say the word my nigga. Yeah, I don't think so. Yeah, no. It's not going to work. It's not going to fly anymore. Okay? Unless you're a Negro, words shouldn't be coming out of your mouth. Because then if I have to give a pass to these people who are not Negro, and they get to say the word nigga, then what about all the rest of these non-Negroes who want to say the word nigga but thought they couldn't? But now because little San Juan, little Juan over here, my nigga, constantly on the train, makes it seem like it's acceptable because there's no black people doing anything about it. So guess who gets tempted to now use the word nigga casually? Whether it's from a space of hatred or not. Guess who gets to try it out? The Asians. And you see them doing it now, right? Oh, my nigga. And they're comfortable. We need to smack the hell out of them. Like literally. So they get a reality check and remember what the fuck is going on. Okay? Who else is doing it? White people. How many videos have we seen so far of it's not even being hidden anymore? These bitches be drunk and coming out saying it. Niggas ain't shit. Who's seen that video? This is a pasty white bitch. Talk about niggas ain't shit. Come on. But we're supposed to let And this is the thing that Latinos have, non-Negro Latinos need to understand. This is not your doing. This is our fault for allowing y'all to do it. But you guys are the linchpin. So this is why I'm trying to let you guys know there's a distinction between Afro-Latinos and then the rest of these white Latinos or these Mongol Latinos, these modern Asians. Okay? And we're going to pull up the sources to show that that's true. Right? We're going to show the difference in phenotype. We're going to do all of that. Right? But the first thing we're going to explain is the current matrix that we're under. Okay? Right, that's the other thing too, the Arabs. Did I put the Arabs on there? No, I did not put the Arabs on there. I got to put the Arabs on this list. Hold up. Hang on. I forgot about them. I forgot about the Ottoman Turks. So we got modern Europeans. We got modern Europeans. We got Ottoman Turks. And that would include the Arabs. So the Arabs go into Ottoman Turks. So that'll be, yeah, we could put Arabs. We'll just label them Arabs. Ottoman Turks. And then the modern Asians, they're third on the list. And then you got Latino Hispanics. And that could include any one of them that you want to throw up in there. Colombian, it doesn't matter. If they're claiming the white social status, they're not our people. Okay? And they know they're not our people. And then I'm going to show you how it was the 1960s and 70s. It was the homosexuals that ruined the civil rights movement, because then the homosexuals tried to make the civil rights movement about representing all minorities. Remember, we never fought for Latinos in the 60s. And Latinos, I'm not going to say there weren't any. It's like trying to say there were no white people that helped black people in the 60s. That's just not true. There were. They were just a fucking small minority. So for all these white people in the present to now be wanting a slice of the pie when they weren't doing anything is ridiculous. Then you got Latinos from the same era. There were Latinos here, but there weren't even enough of them to even help us do anything. They didn't even have any political power. Latinos didn't gain any political power until after they latched on to the civil rights movement, after we already accomplished everything. They fucking put their hooks in our goddamn back, and now we've been dragging their asses and every one of these other fucking minorities the entire way since the 60s. All they do is leech off of us, and I'm sick of it because I can see it in history and I see it right like before my face, and I can tell you about my personal experiences where it's like the Most High had a couple of my close friends since I know since 12 who were Latinos, so I'm thinking black and brown. I'm seeing what's going on with my people right now, and they don't say a goddamn thing. They do nothing. They say nothing. In fact, they go around and talk shit about me. You understand? And ask everybody except for me why I have the perspective I have. They've known me since I was 12, but they won't come talk to me. That lets me know something. You understand? So understand when I talk about Latino, I know them very well. I grew up with these motherfuckers. Okay? So I don't want to. Nobody don't tell me shit. I grew up with them. Alright, give me a second, hold up. And then you got East Indian. Yeah, them East Indians, because they don't really be liking them. I gotta switch modern Asians and Ottoman Turks. I gotta switch them. Let me see. East Indians, they don't really like those. The East Indian Indos. Alright, and then you got the darker East Indians. Them ones be stink. And then you got Africans. Africans even come over here and have the white social status. So that's what you got to realize. There are Africans, dark-skinned Africans, who come over here and they register as white. Now, if they were our people, why didn't they put us on game? Why wouldn't Africans put on African Americans about the white social status and the difference between claiming yourself? Why wouldn't you put us on game if you were family? You understand? And then you got the quote-unquote mulattoes, which are, I'm going to just say that's the Afro-Latinos. The negro Latinos. And then you got regular Negroes. We're all the way at the bottom. All the way at the bottom. So I had to do this list here, right? Okay. So this is the matrix that we live in, right? So I'm going to look up what a caste system is for you. Okay. So this is pretty much how a caste system is set up. Okay, it's a pyramid, right? And this is pretty much how the world is set up, isn't it? Like a pyramid. So that's what it's called. This world social order, or just a social structure, is called a caste system, or some people say caste system, caste system, whatever. I used to say caste system until people are getting on my case about it. So now I just use whatever term they're comfortable with, right? So, okay. Well, you see how they break it down into the importance. So at the top, you got priests and scholars. Second to top, rulers or warriors. Third to top, farmers and merchants. Artisans and laborers. They break it down into duties in society, or roles or places. And we're going to show you based on race. On race. Now, hang on a second. Based on race. Okay. So I'm trying to find one for you. Okay, so look. Caste origins, right? Look, guess what? The Aryan invaders created this social order. Okay? So this is, what did I tell you? The Aryans, right? This is a fallen angels matrix. The Aryans are the descendants of those who were the mixed breeds of the fallen angels, right? So what they do is they set up all types of systems of divide and conquer, which is known as Hegelian dialectic, right? So we'll look up what Hegelian dialectic is real quick. And then I'm going to define what the caste system is. So, yeah, we'll go dialectic. Okay, so Hegelian dialectic, right, is also known as, well, this is just dialectic. So let me get you specifically to what we're looking for. Hang on. Okay, so we'll just go to the dictionary. Is an interpretative method in which the contradiction between a proposition, a thesis, and its antithesis is resolved at a higher level of truth, right? So in other words, what Hegelian dialectic gets you to do is to move off of your position and to move closer to your opposition's position, all right, without your opposition having to move anywhere, which is a win for your opposition, right? Because if I'm standing at 10 and you're standing at negative 10 and zero's in the middle, and you move forward 5 paces to negative 5, but I don't move at all, you're at negative 5 now and I'm still at plus 10, I win because you've moved closer in my direction. So that's exactly what this is. they use systems like this to constrain people's perception of choice so that they move in a particular direction, right? This is how they control society. Okay, so the way that they do this is they rule the world through divide and conquer, like we were saying. And they break the world down into a caste system based on social status and color or complexion, based on wealth and colorism. Okay, so colorism and wealth, right? And then the combination of colorism, wealth, and bloodlines. Because look, you can fit. I'm going to explain why I got this order here to the right-hand side. But you can fit wealthy boxes and have white complexion, but you may not be of bloodline importance. So you don't rank higher than somebody with bloodline importance, right? This is why the Rh negative bloodline is so prevalent and why they're more important than other types of white people, the white trash. And we'll begin to see that in this breakdown right here, right? So this artificial matrix that they've created is a worldwide caste system. It's based off of lower self-perceptions and carnal-minded reality, right? So all aspects of socio-political, economic civilization are controlled through these means, right? So just keep this in mind. This is the matrix that we live in, for the world that we live in. It's a caste system based off of complexion and wealth and bloodlines, right? Now, what's the reality? The reality is, or the greater reality, is that the world is ruled by spiritual things, right? And that life, when we read scripture, life is in the blood. All right, so when you realize that life is in the blood, or the spirit's in the blood, then you begin to realize why bloodlines are important. Now, a lot of the confusion comes down to the fact that the way that the ancients looked at bloodline and nationality and race, they were all the same word, right? They were synonyms for each other. In modern definition and terms, contextually, they are not synonyms. Race and nationality or nation can be separate in modern terms. Okay, and this is why we got to get off of the way that they view things and get back to the way that the ancients view things, because that way we can find and pinpoint who's who and what's what. There's less confusion. What do I mean by that? In today's society, if you take an African zebra and you move it to Europe, and then it reproduces and has a baby on the farm, it's no longer an African zebra. It's a European zebra. That makes no sense. If I take an African zebra from Africa and move it to Europe, it's still a fucking African zebra. It doesn't matter where on the earth I take it. It's still an African zebra. If I take an apple seed, it doesn't matter what soil I plant the apple seed in, it's still going to be an apple. So the same logic applies to people. And you got to realize this is how white people have been able to invade territories and take them over. This is why they go by that type of perception and ruling, because that's their only way to stake claim into a land, is to say, well, I was born on here. Why do you think white people today can't understand why they're fucking evil? They're fucking evil because all they keep doing is reproducing on land that they stole and then pretending like they didn't steal the land. And then when the new generation is born, they turn around and say, well, we didn't do anything. That was our forefathers. But you're still living on the fucking land that you bitches stole, and you know you stole. And you keep reproducing on it, perpetuating your theft. You see what I'm saying? And this is what they do. And then better yet, what they do outside of that, they don't totally get rid of the indigenous or aboriginal people of the land. What they do is, remember that strategy I told you? It's a 5-step strategy. They kill off the men, they rape the women, they indoctrinate the children, right? They make the young girls hand servants and maids, and they put the boys into the military and make them sterile, right? And then what's the next one? Oh, and they indoctrinate the children, right? So I don't know if I mentioned that before, but it's like a 4 or 5 step process. Okay? And then what do? Rinse, cycle, and repeat. Except the next generation that they repeated, that generation is not 100% what it was before. It's diluted. You understand? Now, the females, who are the indigenous people, are raising their children to be subservient to the oppressor. So those children may or may not grow up and identify with the indigenous people, but rather identify with their oppressor. Hence the situation with Latinos today. That I literally gave you their historical breakdown psychologically. Why do you think they hide their grandmothers in the closet? What do you think limpieza de sangre is? This is exactly what I'm explaining to you, that caste system or caste system. And this is why I have a problem with them. And I'm not going to let it go. Okay? Like, so you got to understand, remember, racism, the current matrix that we live by is racism based on social status, wealth, and colorism, and bloodlines, right? And the actual reality is, yes, the world is ruled by bloodlines, right? That's the actual reality, but the way that we look at them is not true. The way that we look at nationality is not true. And this is what we got to realize. So I'm going to put it in order for you under the matrix, right? The fallen angel system. This is the order. You got modern Europeans, which are the closest to Neanderthals. Then you got modern Asians, which are also closest to Denisovans. Then you got Ottoman Turks. And now these are the dirty Europeans. I call them dirty Europeans. Why? Because they're a little bit darker. I think they got some Adamite in them, but along their female lineage. So not as much on their male lineage. So these would be your Ottoman Turks, your Ashkenazi Jews, your fucking your Arabs of today, the white-looking Arabs. So let's look at them. Let's bring up some Arabs today. Arabian Nights. These niggas, these new motherfuckers. Who are these motherfuckers? These Indo-Arabs. Who are they? Okay, because these don't look like any of the ancient Arabs at all. Okay, so you got to wonder who the fuck are they and where did they come from? Okay, these are what the ancient Arabs look like. Niggas that look like me. You understand what I'm saying? These are what the ancient Arabs look like and depicted themselves. So who are these cocksuckers? Do you understand? This is the caste system. This is the wheat versus the tares that the scripture talks about. Okay? So you got modern Europeans, you got modern Asians, you got the Ottoman Turks. I just showed you who they are. So in this would be, if you look up Ottoman Turks, it's virtually most of Europe or the Mediterranean region, right? And then who's next in line? Who's next in line? Latinos and Hispanics. Wow. You see how that works? Let's look what Latinos and Hispanics look like. Let's see if they look virtually the same. Oh, what do you know? Oh, they look the same. That's because they're not the real people. These are tares, right? These are fucking tares. You got to realize it. Maybe she might be us, but you see how it's the female genealogy? Rape the women. You understand? Kill off the men. Come on. I can't be lying about this. See, he represents the Asian type. This is the Asian type Latino. You see what I'm saying? Latino is not a race. It's a conglomerate of different races of people. There goes a white Hispanics. Okay? She's probably Afro-Latino, but she would probably deny it. You understand? See? She might have some Afro-Latino in her, but it's watered down. The rest of them are just fucking white people and Asian people. See what I'm saying? These are white people. These are not our people. Do you understand? Daddy Yankee, oh, that's not even Daddy Yankee, that's Pitbull. That's a white man. That's a fucking white man. These are white people. Why are we letting them say the word nigga? Why do they get to say the word nigga? They don't. No, they're not still Israelite blood. These are not Israelites at all. These are straight up white people. Straight up fucking white people. See, a lot of people think this is an Israelite. That's not an Israelite. This is a fucking white man. French Montana. Yes, he's an Ottoman Turk. A lot of people got to realize this. Understand the difference. Alright? So when you're claiming to be Hispanic, you're claiming to be from Spain. Or somebody who descends from Spain, a conquistador. So when they're walking around saying they're Hispanic, let them do so, because they're saying they're white. You understand? No negro. Like this. This is a white boy. This is not an Israelite. So if there's no Afro, no negro, no Israelite. Look at his hair. He's got hair like a goat. He gets lice. Hair like this gets lice. And you got to realize this. Negros with Afros don't get lice. That's not a feature that we have. You understand? You see, this is mixing. Diluted. Do you understand what I'm saying? These are not our people. These are Asian. They look Asian. Look. Now watch me bring up Mongolian. I'm going to bring up Mexicans for you. Watch. Or, matter of fact, I'll bring up Ecuadorians. So we'll just mix it up. Or Peruvians. We could do Ecuadorians, Peruvians. We could do any of that, right? See? Look at this. Look at the features. See? You got the Asian teeth. Those are Asian features, like the teeth, certain ways. These are Asian people. You got to realize this. They came over about 800 years ago over to this side. These are our people. These are Negro. Look at the nose. Look at the features. These are our people. You can tell the difference. These are the Aboriginal indigenous people of these lands and territories. These are our people. These are who I'm concerned with. These are who I'm concerned with. Some of these. I'm not concerned with you. I'm not concerned with you. But the rest of them I am concerned with. Do you understand? These are our people. Look, we don't change. This is what the Egyptians or Ethiopians resembled. The Egyptians and Ethiopians didn't look nothing like these motherfuckers right here. Hold up, where they at? Did the Egyptians, would they be mistaken for Ethiopians or Egyptians? They would not be mistaken for Ethiopians and Egyptians. They have hair like Asian people because they are Asian. These are Asian fucking people. Okay? So let's go back. I'm going to go to Mongolians. Okay? Because this is where they come from. Why do they look the same? Why do they look the same? There's your Latina. There's your Latinos. Dun dun dun. Phenotype and genotype don't lie. Okay? They're white people. So when you come back to this list here, what do you see? Why do you see the rankings there? Okay, so let's go down the list again. You got modern Europeans, then you got modern Asians, and then I guess we might as well stick Latino Hispanic in third. Then you got Ottoman Turks. Guess they can balance it out. Okay. Then you got East Indians, the Indos. So this is the light-skinned East Indians, right? These are the whited up ones. Hold up. Right. So these are these ones. You see these ones right here, these East Indians? Not these ones. These ones get put into our category, you understand? Or somewhere down lower where we are. But it's these ones which think that they're better than us, especially the ones that live in the Caribbean today. I can't stand East Indian Caribbean people. I can't. Because them have a dirty attitude all the fucking time. All the flipping time. These are our people. You see that? These are not our people, right? So do you see how I got East Indians, Indos, and then East Indian Melas, right? So this is where it begins to change. And then you got Africans, and then you got the mulattoes or Afro-Latinos, and then you got us negros, right? Those are them that don't speak Spanish, okay? So we're going to break that down. So I'm going to show you something. Modern Europeans, modern Asians, Latino Hispanics, and Ottoman Turks, and East Indians, the light-skinned East Indians, they all go under the citizen white. Do you understand that, right? This is why they're all subscribed to being white. All of those nations of people are white. The top four right there: modern Europeans, Ottoman Turks, aka Arabs, modern Asians, and Latino Hispanics, and East Indians. The top five, they all claim to be white. This is a fact. Second-class citizens, the only ones who claim to be black, are who? Negros and Afro-Latinos. Not even Africans claim to be black, and I'm going to show you that. Okay, East Indians, they don't claim to be black. They come over here and apply for the social status of white. So who are the only two who get left in the black category? Second-class citizenship. It's only so-called mulattoes, which they're not mulattoes, and negros. Afro-Latinos. Like, come on. So, let me just show you the difference now. We do this challenge all the time, right? And since we've been doing it, they caught on game. So y'all can thank Lex Will for this. So why when I type in, let's say, Peru, right? Or, yeah, let me type in Peru. We'll type in Peru. We'll go to images or Peruvian people, right? Okay, so let's just go to images. When I type in Peru, Asian people come up. Right? Look at the teeth. Look at the face. They may not look exactly like Asians because they've done some intermingling with the Aboriginal people of the land. So you start to see some broadening of the nose. You start to see some of the jawline and the high cheekbone, which is our features. However, it shows you who they're dominantly on which half. They're predominantly Asian type. These are Mongols, right? They may have some mixed breeding here or there, but more or less they're Asians. These are Asian people. These are Asian people. Do you understand? These are not the indigenous people of Peru. They invaded this territory. Okay? You see how they look? Peruvian, right? Okay, now watch this. All I'm going to put is Afro in front of Peruvian. That's all I'm going to put. Oh, and you get the indigenous people of Peru. Our people. What do you know? But when I type in Peru, why aren't these people shown first? Huh? See? How come you're a black? If you ain't a Latina, Afro-Peruvian woman, she's making her case because she wants to be included. That's like, you know what? And now I'm realizing what Afro-Latinos are going through is the same thing that coon Negroes in America go through when we're trying to fight to be American and we're not. Just like they're trying to fight to be Latino and they're not. And we got to realize that we are one people. Afro-Latinos and maybe that's the difference. Maybe that is the difference between the northern tribe and the tribe of Judah. Maybe that's it right there. The Afro-Latinos or quote-unquote Afro-Caribbean Latinos versus the American Negro. Maybe that is the southern tribe and northern tribe differentiation. It could be. And maybe this beef that we got going on is because we're claiming fucking subtitles which don't belong to us, which separate us, right? So, look, why is it that there are Afro-Latinos like this who go through what they go through in the same way we go through what we go through in America, right? These are our people. These are our people, you see? Even some of which, but you can see the intermixing. But maybe they got a Negro father or something. Maybe it's the mother, I don't know. But I'm telling you, not all of them are our people. See, not our people, not our people, not our people. That's our people right there. Not our people. None of these are our people right here. Our people are one right there. understand? He looked Dominican. My man right there, he looked like he about to chef some plátano for everybody in the back. See, these are our people. And he looked Dominican as hell, too. And he looked like he'll walk right down 174th Street and turn around and say he not black. Yo soy dominicano. Mi no negro. Yo soy dominicano. No negro. Look, my nigga Mos Def right here. It's my nigga Mos Def. This the image I was looking for. Right? These are the real Peruvian people. The real people from that land. Who the fuck are these other people? These are the real Peruvian people. And you see it, well, I don't know about her, him, and him right there. Maybe some mixture. Him no, him no, him no, him no. You understand what I'm saying? But like, you can start to point them out. Feel what I'm saying? So don't get thrown off by skin complexion. Look at the bone structure and the phenotype. Yes, skin complexion can help, but it's not a be all and end all. We range from light tan to dark brown to damn near purple blue. You understand what I'm saying? So we got to start to look at things. Let's do another country. Okay, so instead of Afro-Peruvian people, I'm going to type in Argentina, because that's a heavily European Latino country. Argentina people, right? Let's just type it in, just to show you some examples. Let's go. Okay. Look, all white people. These are Europeans. So you mean to tell me these are Israelites? Anybody following the 12-tribe chart is an idiot. These are Israelites, so Lionel Messi is an Israelite. That's what y'all saying. These are Israelites? They look like Asians to me. Asians and white people who mix together. Right? A bunch of Bruce Lee's children. Okay? Look. These are all white people. Straight up white people. These are straight conquistador. These are the fucking bebe violaciones. These are them, the rape babies that have been left in charge to rule over the indigenous people. Do you understand? So our people are in oppression everywhere on the earth because these fucking pieces of shit are ruling over us everywhere. Do you understand? These are fucking white people. But they're Latino. They're white. All white people, the Asian white. You understand? So, let's type in Afro-Argentine. Afro-Argentine. Oh! So there are Negros in Argentina. And look at their complexion. But look at their facial features. Complexion is not important. Look at their facial features. Their bone structure. These are clearly Negroes. Clearly. Right? Real Argentinian. Mixed breed. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? Probably had a black father. Hence why her hair came out a specific way. Probably had a black mother, but maybe a conquistador father. Hair comes out a different way. Do you understand who your father is? Your hair, your jawline. Like, come on. Afro, look at the hair. Dread. But he's light-skinned. Skin complexion doesn't matter. We have the most variable DNA there is in terms of complexion. But the only thing is, you got to realize what phenotype and genotype dictate. And that's not necessarily complexion, but how your bone structure is, your facial features. Right? She looked like she definitely got some Asian in her. This one for sure ain't one of us. But these three in the back, that's us. And we can tell who we are. She's a famous lady. I forget what her name is. But she sings. Argentine singer, a legend. But I forget what her name is. See, our people. You can listen, we're very distinct. Let me show you something. Miss Japan. She used to follow my page, my last page. Miss Japan 2015, right? I'm going to show you how real and strong our genetics are. She has a black father and a Japanese mother. But you know for sure she's black. You know she's black. Look at the nose. Look, this little bitch bad as hell. Bad as hell, man. Fine ass. Look, that's a black woman, G. But she's Japanese. She's Miss Japan. And you know she had to go through racism because the other Japanese people, the other Japanese women were jealous of her. Do you know that? The Indo-Japanese were jealous of her. Okay? Opens up about her racist critics. Do you understand? And she's, I'm talking like in terms of badder than all the other contestants. Them ugly flat-faced bitches, oh my God. Them flat-faced hoes was not touching her. They're not touching her. Get your flat face out of here, man, if I step on you. The fuck out of here, man. Foot face. Like, look. Get your foot face ass out of here, man. She's bad as hell, bro. I wish she still followed my page, man. I was trying to holler at it, too. Bad as hell, man. I still want it. But anyway. Look, she's so bad, yo. I'm sorry, but look, there's just no comparing. Look at her, and then look at these two in the back. Now, I am not saying that they're ugly. I'm just saying, in comparison to her, they some flat-faced bitches. You understand what I'm saying? Like some Bob the Builder face. You got that Bob the Builder face. Like, got a face like Bob the Builder. Like, hold up. Bob the Builder. Got that Bob the Builder jawlines. And a lot of Colombians have that. A lot of Colombians have that Bob the Builder jawline. Okay, Bob the Builder. Okay? Got that Bob the Builder. You see what I'm saying? That's not attractive. She would have had the Bob the Builder as well. Except she got some black DNA to help her, you know, get some gorgeous in it. Okay? Bob the Builder. Y'all don't believe me? Okay, watch. Colombians. Colombian people. Colombian people racist as fuck, too. Okay? And you get the perfect... They have more Asian. See, they got more of the Mongol phenotype. Them and the Ecuadorians. Right? See? These are not our people. They're not our people. Do you understand? Maybe, might be, but they look like they're more. They look like their abuela, maybe negro, but their Y chromosome lineage is all Mongolian. You understand? So once your Y chromosome lineage, that's us. Oh, that's so us. That's us. That's us right there. And that's probably what do they call it? Bogotá, Colombia, I think it's called. This is not us. This is the Asian people. See what I'm saying? Look at the Asian features. Look at the phenotype. Right? The Bob the Builder. Even on the baby. See what I'm saying? Go back to Bob. Go back to Bob. Bob the Builder. Okay? How you sing Bob the Builder in Spanish? I'm gonna sing that melody. Don't make me learn the words. Don't make me learn the words. I'll sing Bob the Builder in Spanish. But look, Bob the Builders. Okay, they're a nation of Bob the Builders. All Bob the Builder. Everybody here, Bob the Builder. Everybody here is fucking Bob the Builder. We can tell. All Bob the Builders. Bob the Builder. See what I'm saying? Bob the Builders. This straight up white woman. Right? But they're going to tell you they're Colombian. Right? And these are our people except for this one right here and him. He's not ours. She's not ours. But 1, 2, and 3. Us. Okay? I want to say maybe, but they probably have black abuelas. And they probably have the Asian Mongolian fathers. We would have to ask and see. These are definitely our people. Understand what I'm saying? Look at the hair. You start to see the difference. The Afro. Okay, now let's go to Afro-Colombians. We just did regular Colombians. Now let's go to Afro. Now, why is it that I have to specifically put in Afro in Google in order to find my own people in Latin countries? Why does Google pretend as though my people don't exist in these countries? Why? These are our people, right? These are our people. Look at that. Look. They don't show you this about Colombia, though. When you look at the advertisement, she bad as hell. When you look at the advertisement for Colombia, what do they show you? They show you them other types, the other ones. They don't show you real Colombia. This is where you get the culture of Latin America from. They rob and they steal from our people who are at the bottom. Back to the list, right? They steal from us at the bottom. The second-class citizens, the blacks. And who steals from us? The whites, which include who? Africans, East Indians, Latino Hispanics, modern Asians, Ottoman Turks, and modern Europeans. They all steal from us. Do you understand? And then there might be a few sellouts that make it from the bottom. There may be a few sellouts, but they'll never make it to being in a position of being sovereign or being true sovereigns. Do you understand? Like a P. Diddy or somebody. They'll never make it that far. It'll only seem like they make it that far. Right? These are all our people. You cannot lie about these things. Look, from the difference in the hair complexion, this would be like your Malcolm X type, right? Right? Ephraim and Judah. We could even go that far. Who's to say that's not the case? All right? But one thing for sure is all Israelites are Negro. There's no mistaking about that. Right? Because it's only Negroes that look like Ethiopians and Egyptians. Right? So, let me show you something. Social status. Now, we did Bob the Builder. We did Hegelian dialectic. So, caste system, right? Hell yeah, our people look good. And you see what our genes do. They enhance everybody else's shit. That's why that dude exposing knowledge was like, oh, well, we got the handsome black genes, except we're more handsome. And it's like, you can't be, because you're a fucking Neanderthal. And you took God's genetics and fixed your shit up. And you still don't look as good as us. So what the fuck are you talking about? It doesn't make any sense. But you see how they come out and expose themselves, right? My nigga, my nigga, my nigga. And then when they're upset at you, you nigga. It's not my nigga anymore, it's you nigga. You understand? This is why I really believe in backslapping the fuck out of these motherfuckers. Because they're not genuine. They're just like white people. Imagine if we let white people say the word nigga. They'd be saying it, my nigga, blah, 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 blah. They'd be going ham with it, right? But as soon as you say something to them, all of a sudden it becomes you nigger. It's not my nigga anymore, it's you nigger. It's not my nigga anymore, it's you cocolo. Cocolo. Go ask Latinos what cocolo is, especially Colombians and Dominicans. Go ask them what a cocolo is. Or a cacaroch. Go ask them who a cacaroch is. Go ask Dominicans who cacaroches are. Ask them. And if I can remember some of the other terms, mayate. Go ask the Mexicans what a mayate is. I think I got a few other terms. If I remember them, I'll put y'all on game. So if you ever hear them, turn around and stare at these motherfuckers. And then say, ¿qué? They don't need to know you don't know Spanish. They just need to know you know what they said and you can ask them what. And then watch them turn to, oh no, my primo, my friend. Then all of a sudden they want to be your friend. You know how many times I've done that shit to these motherfuckers where there's been patients in this lab. In the lab I work at, talking shit about me in Spanish and think I don't understand them until I call them out. Then all of a sudden it's, oh, we were just joking. Oh, you were just joking. That's funny. You didn't realize I understood Spanish. Funny how that works. Right. Right? So look, this is the caste system. So we're getting down to it, right? Varna is color or racial difference. Now keep in mind, they go by color. These people, why? Why are they obsessed with color? These Indos, you got to realize when they mated with the Rephaim, the Nephilim, the ones with the tainted genetics, the genes of the fallen angels, they lost their pigmentation. They lost their complexion. The albinos which went up from Africa, I'm not saying that out of Africa theory is true. I'm just saying these children of Japheth went up into Europe, right? Spread out into Europe and Asia, which is the territories of the Denisovans and Neanderthals, and they intermingled with these. These pale-skinned beings ended up taking over a majority of modern European and modern Asian skin complexion. We'll just look it up. right now. So the skin allele, 70% Neanderthal. Their skin is 70% Neanderthal, and you got to realize that. Where is it? Okay. So this is why they have the lack of pigmentation, right? So look, surprise, 20% of Neanderthal genomes lives on in modern humans. Now the only ones that they're talking about are fucking Latinos, Hispanics. I'm gonna name them for you. The ones who have Neanderthal DNA: modern Europeans, modern Asians, Ottoman Turks and Arabs, Latino Hispanics, and East Indians. Okay? These are the ones who are predominantly have the Neanderthal Denisovan genetics. Okay? They're the ones who carry it. So what does that mean? You got upwards of 70% of the modern European skin, hair, and what? Common diseases. Look, here it is right here. The Neanderthal version of the skin gene, POU2F3, is found in around 66%